Where's the...
Yes, yes. Sponsor, continental.
Did you listen?
AC Wollaton Angels.
I'm here with the manager of AC Wollaton, just grabbing his coffee. It's Roberto. Roberto, your opposition tonight, Priory Celtic. How do you feel about tonight's fixture?
I think it's going to be a tremendous matchup. Priory Celtic, they're doing well in their league. They look like a pretty fit bunch, to be totally honest. I think it's going to be a cracking game.
Brilliant. And this is our first time covering your team. Who are the players to watch on your side?
Every one of them.
Yeah. Every single one of them?
Every one of them.
Who's going to get the goals tonight for you?
I think watch out for Mr. Shannon. Is Adam Nelson. What do you think? By the way, this is my management team here. So here's Keith, Ian and Cookie.
Nice to meet you guys. I think you do a fantastic thing for charity. What is the charity that you're doing this for tonight?
This is for the Child Bereavement Centre. So they support children who lost a mother or a father, or in the worst case scenario, lost both. So we're raising vital funds for them to receive counselling from the service.
Absolutely fantastic cause. And what's your prediction for the score tonight?
What a question. What are you making, boys?
4-2. Oh.
4-2?
Yeah.
4-2.
4-2, you heard it here.
To us.
You heard it here. This man in the beanie is going to be top scorer. Brilliant. Thank you very much for your time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you so much.
Cheers, Roberto.
Bye-bye.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you very much.
Here we are then, and welcome to tonight's fixture. We've got a charity event tonight led by what's the charity tonight for bereavement of Child Bereavement Centre. Absolutely fantastic cause, and it's led by Roberto and his men, AC Wollaton, also known as the Angels, who are playing in white and black tonight, white and black stripes.
Black short.
And there's a cross come in early on, and it's headed away by the Priory Celtic defender, it was, who's managed to get a head on the ball, but
Shannon on the ball.
Shannon is coming in from the left-hand side, and he's pulled one back there, and there's a nice little idea to clip it out wide, but it's just run out for a goal kick there. And this is a Angels side whom we are covering for the first time with the drone on behalf of Shred. Shout out to Shred. He's come down with his drone and he's got all his equipment ready. He's got us set up. My name's James, and I've got CJ alongside me, who's had a spell with the Angels and played for them a couple of times. Had an illustrious career in the football leagues, and he's played a few matches for the Angels. So he's on the left hand side of me just now when he's telling me the names of some of the players. Unfortunately, we don't actually have a team sheet with us, so we will be referring to the players by their numbers, which actually are quite difficult to do looking into these lights, but I'll do my best. Anyway, we've got the number 10 for Priory Celtic, who's looked to play a through ball but can't be picked up by Robbie at the back. It is there for the Angels. Sent out to the right hand side, and it's well closed down there.
By Ash Robbo.
Ash Robbo. Yeah. Ash Robbo was at West Bridgeford.
Yes, the same.
He's playing tonight. So Ash Robinson. Is it Ash Robinson his full name? Yeah. He was actually the West Bridgeford Football Club. He was the manager of the Thirds for a short stint, but he decided to continue his playing career, as you can see. And there we go on the right hand side. This is a great chance for the number 20 of Priory Celtic, who's looked for the ball into the area. It's well swept up there by the Angels defender, who managed to come across and help out his centre backs. Out it goes. Here's Wingy. He's a stocky absolute tank of a player there, and he's played it into the feet of number 18, who's lovely jink past his man for the left hand side, looks from the through ball, makes the one across his man, but it's well read from the large centre off at the back there for Priory Celtic. I tell you what, if you're going to get round him, you're going to need to get a map out. He's an absolute unit at the back there for Priory Celtic. It looks as though Angels are setting up in a 3-5-2 formation. By the looks of it, 3 at the back, obviously confidence with their 3 to be able to deal with it, push their wing backs on. It's well challenged there by the Priory, but he's lost the ball there in a dangerous position, but fortunately it fell to that unit of the centre half. It's headed forward, claims for offside, but not given. Laid back into the feet there, he's been allowed to get a shot away. No appeals for handball, although from here it looked like it, and Priory Celtic can only clear it out for a throw-in. Certainly the momentum and the pressure early doors is from the Angels. They seem to be camped in the Priory Celtic half early on. Out wide it goes to the right back, or the right of the three I should say, and he sends it out wide on the right hand side for the Angels. Back inside. You can always tell when there's good players on the pitch because they seem to have all the time in the world. A well-drilled side and good players always manage to find space on a football pitch. It's laid back there and the linesman's got his flag up, so even if that does get bundled over the line, it won't count. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of early pressure coming from the Angels in the first half. I've just had Callum arrive next to me. Hello Callum, how are you?
Hello, I'm right, mate.
2 bags of crisps in hand, love it. Not just one, 2 bags. He was asking me where the kebab joint is locally. I says, oh, you won't struggle to find one in Radford, you'll find one pretty easily. It's a little clip ball down the line there into the feet of the striker who's held the ball up well, tried to play in his man again. There's a few times actually early doors they've tried to play that ball in down the line. It's not quite come off yet, but you can absolutely see that is an option. Played into the feet of the defensive midfielder here for Priory Celtic. Again, tried to play a pass in, but if you're going to pass it out from the back, you absolutely have to make those passes. And he lost possession in a very dangerous area, but it went unpunished. Into the centre half, the man Mountain. Again, played into feet. I like the ideas behind this vet side, Priory Celtic. It's with the left back, tries to switch ball, but really that was an ambitious pass at most, and that's a little clip through ball into this striker who's been a handful so far in his hold-up play. But here he is with a chance to burst in from the left-hand side, cuts inside one, cuts inside two, gets the shot away, but there's man Mountain at the back who's made the block again. Whipped into the far stick. Delightful idea, but couldn't quite find his man who couldn't get on the end of that. I'm hearing, by the way, that that was an international. He's got international appearances, this left wing back, I think he might be. Not 100% sure. Like I say, it's our first time covering the Angels. Well, my first time, certainly, so I'm not too familiar with the faces, but hopefully, if we do continue this going forward, then we'll get to know them a little bit better. Just to follow up on the facts, I'm James and I'm from West Bridgford Colts. We've got 3 teams at the moment, one who plays in the East Midlands County, we've got a team who plays in the NSL Division 1, they're managed by Ryan Perkins. CJ, there's a shot from the edge of the area, by the way, and that's just whistle wide. The keeper holds his hands up to his players saying I had it covered anyway. I mean, you can't miss that keeper, look at the shirt he's wearing there. Tell you what, if everyone was wearing those shirts I wouldn't struggle to see players, but that is an illuminous top and half, that. And on the other side, the goalkeeper for the Angels, sporting pink, looks like one of those Italian goalkeepers from the early 2000s. We might have to call him Peruzzi. Here's goal kick anyway from Fluorescent Jim. Sends it out wide to their left back. Ash Robinson closing him down there. But they played a little 1-2 round him and then a slide tackle comes in. But he's managed to hold on to the ball somehow there. And he's nicked in. And I tell you what, so far, Priory Celtic are showing glimpses. But there's another slide tackle. And he's going to claim he meant that pass, isn't he? He sliced it to his other centre half. But he'll claim he meant it. We know he didn't. But as I was saying, we represent West Bridgford Colts, and we've got Aaron Jenkins alongside me, who's the man I spoke about earlier, who's played a few games for these Angels, and he's the manager of the West Bridgford Twos, or West Bridgford Reserves, if you like to call it. As a pop shot from range, but Peruzzi takes that in, calm as you like, and out it goes to Wingy, who here he goes, I won't want to be on the end of his slide and tackle, and out it comes to the commentary team. Batters against the railing, and the inkling to kick a ball every time it comes near me is overwhelming. As I was saying, we're representing West Bridgford. I've got Aaron Jenkins, he's the manager of the Twos. They've had a fantastic run of late. They just won the award in the NSL Division 1 for the Team of the Month after their latest result, which was a 6-0 victory against Beeston Old Boys, who had managed to actually get the better of West Bridgford in the previous fixture where they won 4-2. And it was sort of not quite top of the table, but high up in the table, both teams. And West Bridgford managed to finish that game 6-0, which was an absolutely brilliant result in a bit of a stormy game. But
did that come through?
It was an excellent result for Westbridge and they deservedly got Team of the Month. And then I've got Callum Lawson, who's also joined us with his bags of crisps, and he is the manager of the Thirds, who are currently on a sort of building process. It was in tatters, the third team, last season, and Callum's done a fantastic job of rebuilding that team. And they are starting to pick up, although the results perhaps haven't been going their way, performances have been much improved and they are being much more competitive in games. Their latest fixture saw them get through against a team who was third in their league and go through in the County Cup, I believe it was, and they got through that round, so they're in the third round of that now, where they play Baseford United under 21s in what will be an interesting game, with Baseford being quite a reputable side in Nottingham. And there will be some young whipsnappers, I imagine, in the Baseford under 21s who will be keen to run the Bridgeford Freeze a bit ragged. A shot from the edge of the area. My word, what's that shot? The guy in the cafe is saying, "Mind my windows." He struck that, and it's nearly hit the windows on the cafe. I mean, was it a shot? We'll have to ask him afterwards because I'm not sure.
Live pictures. Everybody is live on the microphone as well, so mind swearing if you're...
Ball sent out from a goal kick.
But yeah.
Jumped and missed in the air, but here's the striker who's picking up every ball at the moment. He's picked another one. He's going to try and link the play up here once again. Cuts inside from that left hand side. You can see the left sided forward, right footed, always looking to cut inside. I think if I was the Priory Celtic manager, I'd be saying, send him outside on his weak foot. Back it goes, 23. Robbie at the back there, the centre off, Holt in the middle of the centre backs tonight for the Angels. And there's a little clip ball through. He's trying to find Ash Robinson, is that on the right hand side, chasing down. But it's ended up back with the keeper there for Priory Celtic, who's popped the ball into the defensive midfielder. Who hangs on to it, and he's nipped past two there. He's done quite well, and there's that little trick there from the Priory Celtic. They're playing with a bit of flair. They're certainly bringing it, and there's a little through ball there, and Robbie's done well, and he didn't look up before. He played it back to his keeper, and it's come out, and he's just clipped over the bar. That was actually a real chance there. As he's played the pass back to the goalkeeper, I don't think he looked up, and the keeper was almost on him. He had to react quite smartly. In the end, his clearance fell to the feet of a Priory Celtic midfielder who went for the little dink, but overly dinked it, and it's laid back inside. Robbie on the ball again. Looks for the ball to his right wing back, but it's well closed down from the left back of Priory Celtic, and that's well won on the far side, but it's rolled out for a throw into the Angels.
Robbie is old Baseford and Caribbean Cavaliers skipper. He's playing Pemper.
So Robbie was the skipper for the old Caribbean Cavaliers, I've just been told, who played at quite a high level. And it's a little through ball here to try and find that striker. And it's broke here for the...
Ryan Perkins?
Oh, Ryan Burgess, is that? Perkins, Ryan Perkins there. Picked it up on the edge of the air and a little dink ball in. It's cleared away from the man Mountain. It's fell to the...
Shannon.
What's his name?
Shannon.
Anthony Shannon is the striker at the moment, trying to utilise the hold-up play.
JayLEE.
The move has just slowly broke down, and there's JayLEE who's played the ball in the middle there. That's a beautiful little chest down. He's gone for the left foot volley, and it's just flashed across the face of goal and didn't seem to be causing the keeper too much trouble there, but it was a lovely little chest control. Running from midfield there to bring the ball down at his feet. And
that was Ash Robbo that came across.
Oh, it was Ash Robbo! It was Ash Robbo. See, I can't even recognise him looking into these lights, but he'd made his way all the way over to the left-hand side, and now he's got to jog all the way back after his teammate just flashed that one wide of goal. But here's Fluorescent Jim with a kick.
It's going to be a big one.
It's going to be a big one. He pumped it forward. And it's well challenged in the centre of the park there, and that's given it straight back to their player, but he can't quite find the killer ball there. He'd be slightly disappointed he hasn't found his man there. Maybe was a bit impatient in playing the pass, could have held on to it a little longer, and my word, look at his boots. Look at those boots on the Priory Celtic man. They match the goalkeeper's shirt, I should say. Number 7, he's caught inside well there. He did well to work the space, but in the end he's just pulled that wide of the far post. Chances for either side here, and like I say, you've got to give Priory Celtic some credit here. They are trying to play out from the back a fair bit. Number 20 gets back, number 20 in his boots. Out to this left side.
There's the space, Justin.
Justin beats his man, leaves him for dead. Can he carry on? He's played a lovely little clip ball into Wingy. Can he get on the end of that? He will do. Oh, is there a slope on this pitch? How did that run out of play? Bradford groundsman, where are you at? No.
Hey, Justin.
Surface is looking pretty good considering the time of year. It's absolutely freezing night here at Radford FC, in the heart of Radford, Nottingham.
Freezing, bro. I'm not going to transfer and get a onesie, fam.
Back here, looks for the long ball into the centre. Held up on the edge, laid off here. Doesn't get the strike away, but may still get his opportunity. He's still got the ball.
It's not for us though, is it?
There's bodies on the floor. I can't see through the heap of bodies, but I do see Fluorescent Jim comes sliding in, and that goes for a corner there. A corner to the Angels.
That was Robert causing a bit of havoc there. Coming inside, getting himself involved.
Corner here to the Angels. I think that's the first corner of the match. Opportunities. There's a fair bit of height, to be fair, on both sides. Don't see the aerial threat being too imposing from the Angels. It's going to be a left foot in swinger. It's whipped into the box. It's a lovely delivery, but the keeper's come out and punched. Took everything, but it fell to the edge and it's off the top of the crossbar. Left footed effort onto the top of the crossbar there. And it's gone out for another corner. I was just saying set pieces shouldn't cause Priory Celtic a problem, but my word, there was a problem there. And it was lifted onto the bar. I didn't catch what number it was. It was a left-footed effort, and the keeper was beaten all ends up. It just planted onto the crossbar, came back into play, and now it's gone out for another corner to Angels. And we've just had Jack Joseph, the member of the West Bridgeford FC Massive, and he's come suitably dressed for this cold evening. Hood up, that's Jack Joseph, ex-manager of West Bridgeford. Another little flick on there for driven in there, and Fluorescent Boots got the end of it. It's saved at the near post. Where's the ball? Fluorescent Boots has got it again, and he's trying to come clear with it. I can just see a blur of green, white and black stripes. It's brought away. Good effort for the challenge there. It's cleared up here by Robbo, who leaves it for Peruzzi. Plays it into the feet of the man I believe is called Justin. He's got a lovely bit of flair here. His wingy plays it into the feet of number 17, who's gone for the long ball forward, but for Man Mountain that's never going to be a massive problem, that ball. And it's collected here by the number 13 of Priory Celtic, and he's looked for the ball over the top there, but the striker was coming back from an offside position, which meant that he couldn't actually go and attack the ball, and Peruzzi comes out and claims. Looks for the ball into feet here. Swung out wide. He's burnt his man. The defender's done brilliantly to recover there in the end. I thought he'd done a little pirouette and been caught off balance, but he did well. And that's a lovely little tink inside there from the Priory left back outside of the boot ball. What a little cheeky ball that was. Jing past his man from the left hand side. Played the outside of the boot ball into the striker, which nearly found him, but Peruzzi read it well. Out on the far side now for the Angels. Seemed to get a bit of turf when he kicked that, but it found the striker. That's a more punch pass through the middle, and it's on the right hand side here for the Angels. And he tried to get the crossway. Has it gone for another corner ball? It certainly looks as though that's the case. They have been threatening from these set pieces so far. It's likely going to be another in-swinger. Most of the men forward, most of the Angels forward. Everyone bar one back for Priory. It's a waste of a set piece though, and it's easily cleared at the near post. And number 7's done well to make anything of that, and it's a 3-on-3 situation here. He's jig past his man again, he looks for the free ball, he's just not quite found him. That's twice now the opportunity to put number 7 through one-on-one with a better quality ball. he would have found it. You've got to give credit to the Angels defenders. They read that well, and Fluorescent Boots shins it out for a throw-in on this near side, inside the Priory Celtic half. Good movement from the striker there, but it's well read by Man Mountain, and he will love that kind of tackle. I'll have to ask him how tall he is. Absolute unit, that bloke.
It's alright. But then you get add-ons to it.
Whipped in. He's done well to bring that under, to be fair. And he's put inside again, but in the end he just had too many men to beat. And it's sprung away by the Priory Celtic midfielder. Into feet, carries the ball through nicely. That's a nice little through ball. The touch isn't bad. He's played it into number 7's feet this time. Plays it back to Fluorescent Boots. Inside it goes, popping the ball around nicely now. This is nice passing from Priory, but that's a loose touch, and it nearly gave the Rangers midfielder a chance to get onto that. Drop for number 17, who's gone for the through ball, but it's over here, and I was asking a lot. Yeah, the centre forward there. Launched away into the left back position. He's brought that down nicely and played a nice. Slight technical fault there. Just headphones ran out of battery, but we're off again, and it's into Wingy on this left hand side, who's a chance to pull it back. He slide tackle crosses it in. No one in the middle there to take advantage of it.
I remember when I was younger playing those Saturdays.
It's quite an open game there actually, a very entertaining spectacle so far, and there's the ball. Not quite sure what he saw. Not entirely sure what he saw there. But it is Peruzzi in goal, and plays it off nice and easily to Justin, who lays it inside to Robbo. He's got some space to move into. Plays it into his centre mid. Put him under a little bit of pressure, and some neat little footwork there from the centre half. Back to Peruzzi, out to Justin. Travel is the shout, and I'm sure we'll oblige this time. Right-footed left backs. Puts the ball down into the channel. The linesman's got his flag up, but even the ref's not even going to acknowledge that, surely. No, he has. He has given the offside there. The linesman was adamant. From here, there's a bit of sloppy offside, if I'm honest with you. If he was caught offside in that position, he's perhaps ill-timed his run, but... Halfway inside the Priory Celtic half, we've got a free kick from an offside. Oh, we got someone with the shirt off. Centre-back's got his shirt off. He's too hot. He's too hot in 0 degrees. Well up there, well challenged from both sides, and calmly done. But perhaps messing around with it a little bit too much. He's still managed to keep hold of it, to be fair to him. That's Ryan Perkins, that is. Number 17 plays the ball across into the space, and he's managed to get on the end of it because that left back's a bit lazy and gets it. He's made a recovery tackle. He hasn't got to it. What a tackle there from the goalkeeper, who slid out and managed to get something on him. It rolled through him. but he just did enough to take the sting out of the pass, and this retreating centre-half was able to clear the ball out for a throw-in. That goes down as an excellent chance, that one does.
Penalty or free kick? Is it a penalty or a free kick? I'm asking.
Oh, it's been pulled back for a free kick. I thought it was a throw-in, but it looks as though it was a free kick right on the edge of the area. I personally didn't see the infringement.
You can't get behind it, to be fair.
You can't. Come on.
No, your phone won't read. The signal's yeah.
We'll have to watch that one back on the drone afterwards, because I did not see what infringement that was, but the referee saw something. And what a chance this is. Is it a left-footed player to take this one, or are we going to go for the right footer? The keeper's on his post trying to organise his wall and get them set. Fairly deep line and the ball's but a bit wasteful in the end actually. It wasn't really a cross, and it must have been an attempted shot. Just looking at the drone there, flying around, getting very close to the floodlight stands. We've got a very good, capable flyer though in Shred. Sure he knows what he's doing. Absolute quality Shred. He's been a blessing for West Bridgeford, an absolute gem to have around the club. Probably the most consistent performer out the lot.
Yeah, I remember.
Kick away, it's a good leap. Attacking header. Left back centre forward managers hold on to the ball. Plays at the side of the midfielder. They've got plenty of confidence in each other's touches. They play it around to each other in tight areas. Here's Wingy. He's got plenty of space to move into, and again there was the opportunity to drive on there, but he's chose to play the pass, and there is the 1-2. Wingy's got another chance to get it in here from the byline, but in the end it just took a deflection on the way through, and another chance to try and find the back stick, but it's well climbed from the Celtic centre half into the right hand channel. Once again charged down. What's that gone for? A throw or a goal kick? Gives a clue, Lino. Corner. Outswinger. Outswinger to come in then. This is probably the 4th or 5th corner. It's not beat the near post, easily cleared away. Well, I say it's easily cleared away. It's not really been dealt with very well at all. Might be another chance to cross here. There is. It's not beat the first man. It's gone out for a throw-in to the Angels. We had a prediction from Roberto, the manager, that it was going to be 4-2 to the Angels tonight. So far 0-0. I'd say on the balance of play, the chances probably do.
I'm here with AC Wollaton's Ollie G. How you doing, mate? How you finding the game so far?
Alright, so a bit scrappy both sides. No open chances yet, but hopefully get into it a bit better.
Okay.
AC take over.
How long have you been part of AC and the organisation, the charity?
About 4 years now.
About 4 years. Yeah. Have you felt really good about the stuff that you do? Like, it's a bit about stuff that.
Yeah, it's all about helping out, doing our thing, and raising the money for the children. So that's why we're all here, and that's why we all play.
Well, hope you take your chance when you get out there. I know what qualities you got, so I'm expecting a goal when you get on there in the second half.
I'll sit on the bench.
And and well done, and it's absolutely brilliant the stuff that you lot do, mate. Well done. That's one, mate. Time, mate.
Session. It's going to be an in-swinger this time. The last few haven't beat the first man. This one is a bit better. It's into the centre, and there's a little overhead kick tried there. In the end it's cleared away, and it's gone for a throw-in on this near side, and I thought that substitute was about to head of that. Which, to be fair, is the temptation every time the ball comes near you. There's the ball, looking for the man at the back stick. It was just a ball into the space rather than actually looking for anyone in particular. Right idea, but no one had read the situation, was getting on the end of that. It's a goal kick to Priory Celtic. We are half an hour into the game, maybe slightly more, maybe slightly less. We're still 0-0. It's been a very entertaining game, and I think we're going to pass the commentary over shortly to Jack Joseph, and perhaps on the last game we commentated together, there was 6 goals, and I think I got 5, and he got 1, which was a tap-in anyway, so it don't really count. Whereas tonight, it looks as though I'm not going to get any goals, and Jack's going to get them. He's saying he got 2, but I don't know if I believe him.
Peter Nichols' last one, and I got the one that Devontae flicked over the guy.
Alright, fair dues. You got the 2 best goals then, didn't you, really?
I said the first one was
Oh, Lino's very flag happy and he ain't letting them get away with anything that's even remotely close to offside. Something's been thrown on the pitch there, I'm not 100% sure what it was. Perhaps his energy tablets? What's something on his sock? What's going on? What are these? Dextrose. Dextrose. Peruzzi with the clearance, but he's driven it along the floor there and he's quite lucky no one got a foot on that. Oh, nice flick on. He's got plenty of distance on that. And number 17 is he going to have a go with his left hand? The keeper was momentarily very far out of position. But that's a lovely little ball. First time shot effort. And that has managed to stay in the stadium. And that's probably the best thing I can say about that shot. I mean, is this it first time to give him some credit, but I could see the old deer in the houses behind at her windows, putting her hand on the window to protect it. That's never what you want to see. It was tape. It was after. I've just spotted what it was. It was tape that number 5 was after. Bit of tape on your socks mid-game. What a leap that is from number 15. Towering over his man. 6 is appealing for a free kick, and I think his appeal has bought the referee into giving the free kick. I've personally thought it was a fantastic leap. Number 15, I think, is claiming he's bent over there. And I mean, I wouldn't have been tempted to give it. It's a good job it's a charity match. I think Roberto will be on there, if not. As I say, I'm going to hand you over just now to Jack Joseph, who's going to take up a bit of commentary. And yeah.
Thank you, James. Wonderful to be here at the marvellous Radford Stadium. And the ball's been punted out by the goalkeeper down the left-hand side for AC Wollaton. And they've lost it. The ball's trundled out of play. So possession here for AC Wollaton, deep in their own half. Stroking the ball around confidently, and the play's opened up on the right hand side here. It's being carried and it's gone down onto the right hand side. Is he going to swing the ball in? He looks, plays it back, and it's a little spell of possession here for AC Wollaton, just toying with it. Switch of play out onto the left hand side, the left side of play. Oh, he's got round him, has he? Can't see because there's some people on the pitch. And the referee signalled for a corner. So the game's still 0-0 here. I think the most exciting thing about it from what I've witnessed has been the commentary of James Hall. He's taking a breather just for a few seconds to rest his lungs. Now Priory Celtic attacking. The ball switched out to the left hand side as they attack the terrace end. And here we go. Priory Celtic's on the edge of the box. Number 6. Oh, and he's had it just snatched off him by the AC Wollaton centre half, and the ball's been played out to the left hand side now. The number 17 has it, the Montserrat ex-international, and the referee signalled for offside as the play's broken down. So the game's starting to take a bit of a lull here in the freezing, biting conditions. Not for the faint-hearted this evening.
Who does he look like? I don't know.
So the Priory Celtic keeper, all in orange, prepares himself to punt the ball. And it's a touch from the number 20 out on the right hand side. And now it looks as though the play is broken here for AC Wollaton's player. Oh, he's tapped it round the keeper. Will he finish? He has! It's 1-0. Who's it?
Adam Nelson.
Adam Nelson. He's really managed to set this game on fire now.
I knew it would happen.
Closest I got was the grandma's windows round the back. No, he's on it.
Right, I'll hand it back over to you. There's going to be a flurry of goals now.
No, he's got it now. Oh, you passed it on.
Yeah, I'll pass it back to you.
So now that we've managed to get a goal on the score sheet, he's handed it back to me. Oh, the audio. Oh, we haven't. I'm getting shouted at. Shred, what's going on? I'm not a technical man, you know that.
Don't worry about it, go there.
What am I doing? Are we working?
Yeah.
Are we on? Hey up, fella. Casually done from number 17. Love his hair. Is that red in his hair there? Some red stripes in his hair. Looking great for the Angels. Here's Wingy. I love Wingy. I want a Wingy. A Wingy needs to be in every side. We need a Wingy in every team.
Going to open up now, this game for you.
In it goes to Perkins. So Angels throw. Here we go. Here's going to be the first of many goals for my stint of commentary. I know it. Push forward. Go on, Peruzzi. Go and join them. Thrown in from the near side. Collects to the feet at number 17, who's played the ball back, and it's given a chance for him to turn. Good challenge from Man Mountain, but that's a great tenacity in that challenge, and they've done well between them to win it back. Headed out wide to the right hand side. Oh, it's a lovely little 1-2, and he's got the byline. And now he's on the floor. I didn't see what happened in the meantime. He was at the byline, then he was on the floor. I can hear myself in the echo on that camera. I know, but I can hear myself in that echo. Yeah, it's a bit off-putting hearing my own voice. No one likes the sound of their own voice, do they? It's not back, and oh, meaty challenge. Absolutely love it for a charity match. You wouldn't want to meet him in the dark alley. And it goes to Perkins. Plays it to Robbo, centre half. Oh, which way is he going? I don't know even if he knows. That's right hand side, back to Robbo, plenty of space. Is he going to up? Is he meant that? I think he did. I think he was trolling. Is that what the kids say, trolling? He was being a troll. In it goes to Wingy. It's a heavy touch, and it's given away to the Priory Celtic in the midfield here, and they're coming forward with the ball. And now it goes there. The overlap was on, but he's done well, the right back, to cover that. Clipped in, and loads of space here to move into. What a burst of pace! Is that our Ashley Robbo? It is! And the final ball was interesting, but the touch of pace. CJ will be having a look, and Callum alongside me will be having a look, and they'll be trying to sign him up for their team. Still got it in the legs. Robbo picks up in the centre back position. Cleared up and played out wide there to the right side of centre back, who comes forward with the ball, plays the ball into the middle. The linesman's got his flag up once again. Surprise, surprise. And there's a great chance here for number 11. And can he spot the one of number 7? Maybe left it a bit too late now, but that's a hell of a bobble, to be fair to him. Oh, I love that from number 7. The referee was having none of it. Just sat his man down in a heap. And Man Mountain goes for the ball, but it's fell through to number 18. Was this the score of the goal? I think it might have been. He's standing his man up, and he's going to take it onto his left foot here. And he has taken it onto his left foot, but the keeper's come out with a kamikaze tackle. And the striker's done his hammy. At the crucial moment, he's felt something go ping, and it looks as though he's already making his way down the tunnel. Roberto seems to know no one's warming up yet, so momentarily Angels are down to 10 men. Number 11 has it here, and he's whipped the ball in with his left foot, but that's a beautiful left foot volley clearance. Number 11's picked up the ball again though, and has dropped into the middle here, and I don't know if it's a shot, and the number 7 striker of Priory Celtic don't know if it's a shot, and looks at his teammate and with a look of, was that a shot? I'm not sure. Is there a change here for the Angels? But yes, we've got a new man coming onto the pitch. I know it's a new man. Number 20, it looks as though he's just made his way onto the field, and there might have been a double change there actually that I missed. Certainly the striker with a pulled hammy has come off.
When we played him last season, Jake Ensign got sent off after about 35 minutes. It felt like a real
Just one change made, and who's the fellow come on? Another big lad up front there, that's for sure, and Wingy picks that up into feet. How much tape is on his socks as well? Not that much tape on those socks, they definitely ain't coming down. They are definitely not coming down, those socks. Into the feet of number, what I believe is 15. Plays it into the channel, and it's picked up by, I think, Ashley Robinson. Laid back. Play forward. Little bit of ping pong. Played inside, and that's a great chance. I think it was Perkins. That one has found its way out of the stadium. The first one to get out of the stadium. It was like it was a game they were playing, and that one has found its way into Nanar's garden.
They tried to start fighting with that. That's what I think. They all drunk when they were playing. They all looked like fake.
Well, when we arrived, where we'd all parked.
Goal kick then to Priory Celtic. We must be nearing the end of the first half now. By my watch, I make it about 4 minutes to go. Ah, lovely little feint there from the Priory Celtic left-sided player, and he's come forward with the ball, played the ball into nobody, but he's managed to pinch the ball back there. Way, a little pirouette. What do they call that one? Do they call it a Maradona? Not 100% sure. Held up, and it's gone out for a throw-in, and the Priory Celtic players giving it to Priory Celtic. Of course he has. Nah, it's all for charity. It's all in good nature, this game. Whew, he was looking to throw it back to his keeper there, and I think the striker was eyeing up, going, "I dare you, son. I dare you." On the far side, just inside the Angels half, we got a throw in. Launched down the line, the flick on, hasn't found anyone. And Jink past his man into the centre of midfield, looks for the ball over the top into the channel. Can it beat the fullback? It has beat the fullback because he hasn't controlled it. Held it up, being forced to come backwards though. And that's a little through ball. He's managed to find the new man who's come on, and it was on his right hand side. He's managed to stop it and keep it in play, but only to the benefit of the Priory Celtic defender who managed to pick it up. 8 plays that out wide to the left hand side. Neat little play to give it back to him, and it's nice little interchange play, but the final ball left something to be admired, left something to be whatever the saying is. Play back to the goalkeeper, and the tempo with the game seems to have died down a fair bit. And that is called the jinx of James Hall, the commentator. Jack comes on for 2 minutes, gets the goal and gives it back to me, and the game's died down, but here is a chance for Priory Celtic in back. Can he spot the overlap on the right hand side? No, because he can't bring it under. Robbo calmly does it in defence. Everything he does is done with an air of calmness, part arrogance. I love it. And Peruzzi clears into the channel. Picked up by the number 17. Plays the left-footed first time ball in. He's found his man. He's come for the little clip. I saw Cantona in that strike. He was ready to flip the collar up. He was ready to flip the collar up and walk off, strutting away. But A, he hasn't managed to find the target in the first place, and B, there's only one king. There's only one king. Wait, I'm careful how I say that. One king. One king. One king. Oh, he's beat his man. No. CJ next to me. giving advice to the Angels. We're supposed to be impartial here, but we're clearly not.
We've got less.
Where's the keeper going? Don't worry, keeper, they'll see you if you try and sneak up on him, and that's up. Peruzzi in goal, bellowing out orders to his defence. They've got one on the back post, no one on the near post. In it comes, that's a decent delivery right into the middle there, but Robbo's managed to clear it. Number 11 went to head it and somehow missed it. Ashley Robbo is one of our own. Ashley Robbo is one of our own. Shaking his head. After, hey! And ball ref! Number 6 has unbowled it then. Oh, this is a calamitous few minutes. All started by Ashley Robbo. And Wingy launches that. That's a foul throw, ref. I'm sorry, that's a foul. Oh, neat little flick by the man who's just come on. And he's done him again, but Man Mountain at the back manages to collect it. Into number 6, pings it back out wide. Out it goes to the left back. Surely the ball inside. He's on, but he's managed to beat his man and he's played the difficult ball. Surely the ball inside. The Priory manager on the sideline, absolutely fuming. Just looking over at Roberto there, he's got his camera out. He's taking a selfie. Is Roberto taking a selfie? Oh no, he's doing a bit of filming. He's doing some filming. And that is the half-time whistle. 1-0 it is to the Angels. A deserved half-time lead, I would say. And I'll have to jump off the commentary in the second half, so we might get a few more goals, because as soon as I jump on again, it became very stale. But we'll rejoin you in the second half to pick up the coverage here at Radford FC.
We're with Robbo, played the first half. How did you find that first half, mate?
Bit of a walk in the park, to be fair.
Yeah, you've done well.
There's energy left in the tank.
It seemed like it. You're with the Angels. How long have you been with the Angels?
First game today.
It's your first game, so it's a debut today.
Debut today, pie in the face and all that kind of madness.
How are you finding it? Do you like the work behind it, or was it just you wanted to come play football, or was it the stuff behind it? Always. Well, I ain't going to leave you too much. I know you're going to have a talk, but well done for the first half, and well done for the stuff that you do for football, mate. Well done. I'm here with Angels, Ryan Perkins. Just had the first half there. How did you find that first half, mate?
Thought it was crap.
Thought it was crap?
That's daisy, yeah, man. It's gone vets, hasn't it? It's just like motions instead of just being urgent and shifting it quicker, sharper. Should be 10-0 up. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's a bit of a scrappy game. So, how do you find the work that you're doing with the Angels? How long have you been involved? And
you know, since the start, to be honest with you. I played for Roberto before on Sundays and Saturdays when he had the Wollaton side going. And as soon as he started this up, obviously, he has I don't know how long it's now, whatever.
We was teammates. It was good old days.
The good old days, that's it. I'm just getting too old for this now.
Yes,
man. Carrying people.
Hey, still doing it now, mate. But are you enjoying the stuff behind it, you know?
Yeah, of course, man. I like to see where the money goes as well. That's the main thing about it. You don't just go to charity and nobody sees it. It's whatever. You see, you reap the benefits and you see the rewards. And it's good, man. It's decent. I enjoy it.
I know. I've seen you going along to the hospitals, going in your outfit and seeing the kids and stuff.
As much as I can. I work away a bit, so sometimes I miss out, but I try and do as much as I can. It's all for a good cause, isn't it? And the more people that we can help through the power of football, imagine if every team in the country did it.
It would be
money would be raised for once. So yeah, it's good. It's good. Enjoy
mate, it's an absolute pleasure talking to you, and what you've done so far and what you're carrying on doing is a pleasure, mate. You carry on going smash it in the second half, mate. Well done, mate. Ryan Perkins there for you, lads. Tell me a little bit about how you got involved and stuff like that. That's a quick one.
Well, basically, I got involved through Roberto. He asked me on one particular game, we were short of a referee. He says, do you fancy coming down and helping us out? And I've been doing it for about 3 years now.
That's a good idea. He must have asked you good, didn't he?
A lot of games we've gone through, and it's been great actually doing it for kids.
Yeah, it's all for a good cause, and you offer your service free of charge, which is obviously always great.
Every time.
Obviously, you get the nice facilities, nice grounds, and you had a quite easy half. Then, do you think?
Yeah, it's
quite
not
quiet.
Anything too bad. To be quite honest, both teams want to play football. There's been some nice football. I don't think there's been a bad challenging game, to be fair.
Yeah, I think it's been quite fair. Well, I wish you good luck for the second half and absolutely brilliant stuff that you're doing for charity and stuff like that, mate. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers.
Yeah, we're here with Anthony Shannon, an AC veteran. You've come off in the first half a bit injured. Do you want to tell us what happened, mate?
Hamstring gone, through on goal. Thought, yeah, beat the keeper here. Then hamstring just went, popped. Good.
How do you think the first half went, mate?
That's alright. Alright, we did alright today.
Yeah.
But just let them back in it now, aren't we?
Alright, you want to tell me a little bit about your involvement with the charity and how long you've been involved, or is this?
I've been here from day one. I'm always here. Anytime you need me against charities, I'm here.
I know Anthony Shannon, I know his calibre of playing. I played with him myself back in the day when we was part of the AC Wollaton team before it turned into a charity team. Stuck around, always there, always putting in.
Decent.
Very willing person. Are you free? You're happy with the stuff that you're doing, like helping out?
We're doing alright. It's all good for charity. Enjoyed it.
Well, apologies about the injury and that, mate, but good luck and well done, and
I'll be back soon.
I'd be very proud of the stuff that you're doing. Hello, and we are back with AC Wollaton charity playing Celtic Priory. I believe that's what they're called. Our other commentator are away for the moment. I think they might have gone to get themselves a cheeky beer or a cup of tea in this weather. So the ball we actually have now with AC Wollaton, fired into JayLEE. Holds it up really nicely. Looks for his options. AC Wollaton's keeping it. It's a play down the line. Ashrobo down the line, looking to fire it in. We've got AC Wollaton players running into the middle. Oh, and it's fired across. The keeper collects it up. Now Priory's trying to pattern attack. That's a terrible touch. Number 17 ended up with the ball. He's still come up with the ball. Justin Pinnock clears it up for AC Wollaton. It's back with the Priory defence. Playing to midfield. Turns out Ryan Perkins cuts it out nicely. Sends it back home. AC Wollaton retain possession of the ball. Keeping it, knocking it around nice and neatly. Pulling them about. Finding them holes, finding them gaps. There we go. Holding off really nicely. AC Wollaton content to just knock the ball around at the back and just keep the ball.
Who was it that scored?
Adam Nelson was that scored.
Angels.
Yeah, Angels it was that scored. Score still sits at 1-0 to the Angels. Doesn't look like it's really going to change. They're happy to just knock it around, keep it. Back to the keeper. They're just knocking it around and just taking advantage of the space and the time. Well done. I think we sent about 10 passes together, and he's not offside. Lino, he's not offside. Lino, I was standing where you was. These one wasn't. The second one was Lino. Oh, I think the Lino's kind of called that one wrongly there. Hey, we're watching. He's the cameraman. I'm the fee.
He's commentating on your poor decision.
I'm commentating, and I think the Lino got that one wrong. I think he did see one of them and offside, but it wasn't the man who actually went for the ball. I think he got that. I think he called that one wrong. I think he's big enough to admit that he called that one wrong. But it's alright. With the Celtic keeper, it's a big kick. It's a big kick. It's won by the Celtic player. Seconds. AC Wollaton got it back. It was Ryan Perkins in the middle. Held onto it nicely. Again, AC Wollaton happy to keep the ball and knock it around and keep the ball. They're working the ball really nicely. Keeping the ball in their own third. They've got to be progressive, but they're happy to play with it at the back. There we go. Ball drops to AC Wollaton. AC Wollaton there again. Nice play, and still keeping the ball. Unlucky. Back to Celtic. Celtic number 14 plays it out wide. Tries to look for the one on the overlap. Justin Pinnock won't be the beating on pace. Back to the keeper. Justin Pinnock taking it back out again. Quality centre half. A lot of pace. Moving away from the Celtic forward. He's carrying on going. He's carrying on his run. Powerful driving run into the box. He's put the ball in, and it's the clearance. It's back to Justin Pinnock again. Has another chance to whip the ball in again. Holds it up. Plays it back to Ashram, I believe it is. Back to Justin Pinnock. Does the overlap. Celtic pick it up. It's the Celtic number 3 pick it up with a good chance to counter attack here. Ryan Perkins slows it down a little bit. They carry on. Number 10, I think it is, comes out with the ball. Now we're. Oh, it was scuffed. The ball's been scuffed. Oh, and it's run through to the Angels keeper. I think the Angels got away with a little one there. Back in the Angel keeper's hands. Drops it down to his feet. And again, Angels are happy to play it out. Happy to play it out from the back. Happy to keep the ball. Ball's lost. Playing it out from the back. Again, it's having a little flurry of loose balls there. But it's back with AC Wollaton. I think they're going to back now to try and take over and slow the game back down. But actually, and that's a neat ball over the top against Adam Nelson. And he's trying to lob the keeper. He has tried to lob the keeper there, but it was almost like an exact goal as the same goal that he scored the first half. The big man Mountain in the middle. He's actually barred Adam Nelson off the ball there. But that was almost an identical goal to the goal that he nearly scored in the beginning. I think that might have took a lot out of him there. Holding it up here. Inside Adam Nelson. Nicely holding up. Got a chance to turn. He got a man on the overlap. He puts it into a dangerous area. And the defender didn't know what to do with it there. And I think that has just made it into somebody's garden. And it's not. I've been informed that it's not. And it's just, it's a corner to the Angels. It's a corner. As you can tell, I'm not as good as James on the commentary side, but I try to keep you updated on how the game goes. So it's the Angels corner. It's an in-swinger. It's a quality ball. It's a good area. Oh no, he's literally hasn't come into play. It's a cold Thursday night in Radford. If you're not up for this, you're not up for football, lads. So it's with the Celtic keeper, puts it down on the spot, winding up for a real big one. He probably won't get over the halfway line, but he's winding up. He makes it look like he's going to go for a big one. And there he goes. There he goes. And he hasn't made the halfway line. But Celtic get to retain possession. Number 10 goes for a long ball over the top, and he's gone. And I told you, you will not beat Justin for pace. You won't beat him for pace, I tell you that. Not at this level, not at this age. He was quick in his day, in his younger days, and he still hasn't lost any of his pace. Ryan Perkins drops him to come and collect it. Again, AC Wollaton happy to play around with it at the back. Happy. Quick feet. Confident on the ball. Ryan Perkins getting it from deep and trying to dictate play from deep. Adam Nelson there, just missing out on it. Celtic now, Perkins then comes and collects again. Celtic collect the ball. Starting to play a little bit of football in AC's half. AC got the chance now to again now on the ball. Got time. Drops it back into the back fence, back to the keeper. Keeper, calm as you like, plays it into JayLEE. Oh, I don't know what number 14 was doing there, mate. He's just, oh, and Adam Nelson's through again. He's through again. He got another chance, and oh, the keeper saved it again. It's into the keeper's hands again. Oh my days! I mean, how many more chances is he gonna have? How many is gonna want? He should have been on a hat trick. But I'm almost sure, with his quality and with his talent, he will come through. He will come through, and he will get another opportunity, and he will get another chance. He will get another chance to test out this keeper. So we're back with Celtic. Celtic got the ball again, playing again in AC United's half. AC Wollaton's half. The ball's put into the box, it's put into a dangerous area, and the keeper's cleaned out and got it. Calmly done by Darren there. Rolls out again from the back to try and start setting play for AC Wollaton. Got it down here on this right hand side. Adam Nelson looks like he's making that one again. Looks like him. Oh, okay. I think they're just going to keep the ball. Oh, and it's took an awful bubble there. It took an awful bubble on that pitch. It looks so smooth. It's out for a Celtic throw-in. Number 16 to take it. I can see James and Jack Joseph BayLEE walking around the side of the pitch, walking over to our commentary position. Celtic again have the ball, again playing a lot more football in AC Wollaton's half. I think probably more than they'd probably like, if I'm going to be honest. But again, as cool as you like, AC Wollaton play it out from the back. You can see they've got that velocity and they're not going to change it for anything. I think they're all confident enough to do it. Ryan Perkins seems like he's dictating play a little bit more this half. Put a bit of a loose ball there into JayLEE, I believe it is. I believe AC Wollaton may have changed their formation a bit here. It looks like they may have gone into a 4-4-2 if I'm right, by the looks of it. Ryan Perkins, he's in there now, he's dictating the play. It seems like everything seems to be going through him. And it's played out again. Who's that to? Oh, it's Ollie. It's Ollie G. He's cut inside. He's got quick feet. He's one-on-one with his man. What's he going to do with it here? Is he going to beat his man? Is it? That looks a bit aggressive there. Yeah, and that's a free kick. I think the defender just wrapped his leg around, let his head around him then. I don't think he could be bothered. I think he was a bit tired. He didn't have the energy to keep him down. I think it could be... Who is it who's going to be taking that? Can't see from here in this light. But it's going to be an in-swing off from AC. Oh, and it's into the keeper's hand. The keeper's dropped it. Oh, and he's rolled onto it. The keeper did look like it stung the keeper's hands there. Oh, I think they're playing out fast. They're looking to play out quick, and it's gone into their. I think it's their number 7. Seems to be quite one of their decent players. One of their players that seems to think. But like I said, you ain't going to be able to outrun and out-muscle Justin Pinnock in them kind of areas. That's dog food. That's baby food for him there, mate. Play it out again. AC Wollaton happy to keep it again. Ryan Perkins, I don't know what he tried to do there. I think he tried to do some kind of juggles with the ball there. I'm not entirely sure what his motive actually was there. But again, Justin Pinnock courageous in his tackle. It comes out again to the Celtic midfielder. I'm not entirely sure what he actually did there. But on that note, I see my other commentary team drinking beverages, so I'm going to change it over. While there is a substitution, I'm going to change it over to the commentary team and go and get myself a beverage myself. Nice to be talking to you. I'll hand it over to James, as you know, who is a very, very competent commentator.
Thank you, CJ. I must apologise. We actually didn't forget to get you a drink. We just didn't even think about you. So apologies. Apologies for that. It was only supposed to be a quick power beer, but we realised between us we're all too cold to drink our pints. So I'm currently transferred my beer out of a glass into a plastic cup, and I'm still stood here with 3/4 of a pint that I can't drink. It's not going down ever so well. Must be the cold. Lino doing his stretches in front of me. Nah, cheeky.
He's
picking up, and I don't think there's been a goal since half time. I don't believe there has. So it must still be 1-0 to the Angels. I'm just going to confirm that with CJ in a second. But that it goes there to number 16 on the left hand side. Cuts inside onto his right foot, whips it into a dangerous area, but Peruzzi's read it well. Comes out to claim. And it's neatly played around. I love how both sides are very willing to play out from the back, and that's a long ball. The lino's not flagged, but it hasn't quite beat the man mounting at the back. That's a lovely neat touch from there, number 7, who's laid it back to number 11. Can he get the shot away? No. He's pulled it back onto his right foot. Finds the overlapping fullback. Chance to move into a bit of space here. Cuts onto his right hand side. Whips the ball in. It's for a dangerous area towards the back stick. But he's just come in front of it and let the ball go over his head. And it's cleared away from the Angels left back. Priory Celtic Lino is saying about his own teammate there, why didn't he jump? He come forward, stared at the ball, looked dazed, and then was surprised when it went over his head. Lino's saying, what was he playing at? What was he playing at? Is it still 1-0? Yeah, still 1-0 then, so we haven't actually missed any goals. Oh, it's a neat little flick off the right outside of his boot, but it's not managed to find anyone. The Priory Celtic right back, turning which way one way, plays it inside. Man Mountain tries to get out of the way, let the ball run through to his other centre half. He's managed to ping the ball out wide. It's a nice build-up play from Priory Celtic. This right-footed left back, who's always going to be looking to cut inside, manages to jink past two players. Inside the pitch, there's a chance to shoot on the edge of the area. He has got the shot away, but it's just run across the face of goal. In the end, it seemed as though he just didn't quite get hold of it well enough, and it sort of trickled by the far post in the end. Picked up on this right hand side, nipped inside. He was under immediate pressure. A burst of pace from Perkins. It's picked on the edge for number 7 to take a shot at goal. He put his ticket in the ballot for try and get the ball out of the stadium entry, and he's managed to hit the top of the cafeteria. Laid back to the left back. Back it goes to the centre half, who had to be onto that in a flash. He's played it into his partner, and it's gone out wide to this right hand side. There's plenty of space to move into. Credit to the Priory Celtic left winger, who is tracking back, but he continues his run. They've got an overlap on the right hand side. He waits at the right time, plays the pass. The cross comes in, it's taken a small deflection, no one in the centre there, and that's easily dealt with at the back. There was no one diving into the box, so are Angels lacking a centre forward here? Not 100% sure. They did lose their centre forward early to a hamstring injury, and Priory Celtic have just clipped the ball over the top there, and it's gone out for a throw-in to the Angels, about halfway inside their own half on this near side.
Anything might have been done differently in order to try and keep people happy. That's the only way that I can look at it. Really.
In terms of who?
Well, didnt.
He's booted, he sent me a long message.
Long ball into the centre forward. Can he hold the ball up? No, he's chosen to try and dink the ball round. He's done quite well there. Brings the left-sided midfield player into play. Touch takes him backwards. Perhaps the momentum's died with doing that. Looks for the through ball, but it's a 2-on-1 situation and easily dealt with. Perhaps the momentum just died there when he decided to check back. And that's a bit of a hopeless ball that goes out to play on the far side. You can see that there's a few tired legs getting out there now, and the tempo of the game is starting to die down. About half an hour left, I would say, if I'm going to guess. The ball tried to be played in the centre, but it's only found its way through to fluorescent Jim in goal. Play back out to the Priory Centre right back, who is under some pressure, and both have ended up in the heat then, and he's been pulled down as he's trying to get to his feet. Is the referee giving it? I don't know, I can't hear if there's a whistle because I've obviously got headphones on. But it looked to me as though as he was trying to get to his feet there, the Angels player was pulled back to the floor, and it is a free kick. They've chose to go short. Tries to beat his man in order to get the cross in, but he's not managed to, and it's gone out for a throw in to the Angels on the far side, about halfway into the Priory Celtic half. Through comes in into the centre of the park. Control on his chest. First time ball whipped into the box. It's in a dangerous area. What a leap that is! It's come back off the upright. What a leap! And as he was coming down, he seemed to header it. Tried to guide it into the far post, but it hit the upright, bounced back into play, and picked up by the keeper. And that's a long ball into the channel, and that's another one to chase. Here's another chance on the edge, controlled on the knee, volley! Didn't quite get hold of it.
The reason why, this is the reason why. This is the reason why JayLEE said he's not playing, right? It's a mix of a lot of things, man. Don't know many people there anymore.
I've just checked the phone and I'm very upset because I'm surrounded by Arsenal fans here in CJ and Jack, and I'm an unfortunate, slightly plastic Manchester United fan, and I've just found out that Arsenal have taken the lead against Man United, and Emile Smith-Rowe, is it? The young English lad who made his debut for England recently, he's managed to get the goal, so I'll have to check that on the highlights later. And that's a lovely little turn from 17, he's got away with this man! Is it offside? It is offside. He must have heard the whistle there, because it was the most audacious of attempts. Waits for the overlap. Manages to keep the ball in play. Perkins? Like I say, it's we're fairly new to covering this team, so we're not 100% sure what all the players are called yet. Well, I'm not. CJ's quite aware, but he's not on the mark at the moment. Number 13 plays it into the centre forward. There's plenty of space to run at them for this number 7. Feints to go on his right, chooses to cut back into his left. Can't quite get the angle to get the shot away onto his weak foot, but pulls the ball back for his friend who tries to find the through ball. It was a very difficult ball to thread through, that one was, and he hasn't managed it, and it's cut out by the Angels defender, and there's plenty of runners off the ball here in the forward positions. He's managed to find the claimant for offside, but the man who was making the run wasn't, and perhaps that time he was, but the keeper is going to pick this one up. And the keeper does clear it up the field. Header, 50p head, not sure where it's gone. But he still managed to come away with the ball, and like I say, the intensity of the press has just died down a bit, but you'd expect that from both sides. Oh, that's a loose touch from that man! Oh, he's brought him down, the referee's allowed play on! It's 1-on-1 on the goalkeeper! Oh, he bobbled as he went to strike it! I mean, we've got 2 men on the floor, one who just got clattered as he went through, and the other one in disgust. I thought from here, I'm going to give the striker the benefit of the doubt and say that took a massive bobble. The liner who's looking at me to say, you are having a laugh, mate, he's just really substituting right now. But he still lay on the turf in absolute disgust at missing that opportunity. I thought it was an excellent advantage from the referee, who's just checking that the player who just did a front flip is okay. He seems to be, walking slightly gingerly. Shakes hands with the defender who's just catapulted him into the air. All's fair in love and war, but my word, the striker there, he'll be delighted this has been captured on the drone. We promise we won't post that footage. My nose just grew there a little bit. Played into Man Mountain, and the striker's looking lost. He looks like he wants to take his ball and go home at the moment. He's almost given up running, look. There he goes, closing down. Just have a look over at his manager, who looks absolutely delighted for him for missing that chance. It's well closed down by the man who's just been catapulted into the air, and he's broke free of the defensive line. Can he come inside on the right foot? He's got an option to the right post. He's got a pull back. Is he going to go for goal himself? He pulls it back. And the finish in the end with the left foot comes in from the number 17. 17, what's his name, CJ?
JayLEE.
JayLEE. I think that's all one name. Is that all one name? JayLEE, all one name. Finds the target. I thought the pullback was kind of caught in between 2 men, and he looks up to the heavens. He was actually substitute on in the first half, I believe. I might be wrong in saying that. I am wrong in saying that. He's played the whole game. That's 2-0 though to the Angels, and it has been coming. There was the opportunity just missed there, and they had the opportunity to play it to the striker who just missed, but they opted for the other man, wisely so. Oh, great closing down there from Perkins. Great closing down, love that, and look, he's harrowed the opposition into a dodgy pass. And it's a bit of head tennis and a bit of showboating at the back there, and lifted over into the left-hand fielder who's played it into the channel. Picked up from the striker, looks for the through ball. The Linos flags up. I don't know if that was. Yeah, he's saying it was a few feet offside, which is fair enough. But hey, I'm only here to ask the question. It was unlucky. It's the right idea and the right ball. The defensive line was a bit all over the shot, but fair enough, he was offside, so. Oh, Lino's coming on now. Substitution being made by Priory. Change is made. Number 10 comes on. That's what I'm trying to do. This is what I said. This is exactly what I said to be. Just listening in the background here, we've got a bit of a West Bridgeford committee meeting going on in the background. There's some raised voices, probably about personnel selection. I think it's all, Callum wants to take penalties and goal kicks for the first. He can't have it all his own way. Referee's whistle goes. Free kick played in. I don't know why the goalkeeper didn't take that, to be fair. It seemed to... Oh, that's a loose pass! That was a tired pass, but so was the touch that tried to take him through. Wow, what a little passage of play that was, to be fair. Oh, it's nicked away from him though, and here's the goal scorer, number 17, full of confidence, goes for the switch ball into the back post. It was the right idea, he's hit the right space, but his man just hadn't caught up with the play just yet. It was Perkins, I believe, chasing onto it. He's had a fantastic second half, he really has. Full of energy, and like I say, CJ will be watching him and saying, we got a game Saturday, you fancy it? Beautiful venue here in Radford, by the way. As it's my first time actually coming down here, but driving through the city, I sort of was, I came across a load of shops and thinking, well, there's no football pitch around here. Lo and behold, just around the corner, there's a couple of car park spaces and then a football pitch. Beautiful football pitch, but it's on the left hand side, pulls it back and gets the interception, but it's back. Left foot reverse pass into the box, not managed to find anyone, and there's a chance for Priory Celtic to break here. Finds the number 7 who's been a threat all night long for Priory Celtic. There's plenty of men forward here, but the pass hasn't found its man. It is a wasted opportunity. There needs to be that little bit more quality when they are in possession, particularly in those dangerous positions. Picked up here in the drive forward. It's a clip ball forward. The Linos flag goes up, and that'll be a free kick to Angels, although the referees allowed the ball to be played. Beautifully brought out the air there and played into number 7, 15, 13, who's in plenty of space. Looks for the overlap on the left. There's 3 in the middle. The cross is probably the wrong ball. He's going to need to bide his time. He plays the low ball in. What movement from the striker! What a goal that is! What movement! There was, like I was saying there was 3 defenders and he managed to get away from all of them. The low cross found him as he dived across his man at the near post and side-footed it into the near post. Is that is he got a brace now, that man? It's JayLEE with another one. JayLEE gives a wave. JayLEE gives a wave. He's giving us a wave. He's on a hattie. JayLEE's on a hattie. 3-0 now to Angels. And he's closing down the man. Look at him. A right spring in his step now. There's still plenty of time to go.
The one thing that I will say is that if we are trying to...
Picked up there, it's coming over this side, and it's picked up on the far side by number 11, who's well challenged by number 16, who's put a foot in there and made quite a crucial challenge. Picked up in the middle by number 22, who's laid it off. That's a beautiful little layoff, space to move into. Number 14 on this side, making the run, but it's intercepted. And there's a chance for number 7 to counter on this left-hand side. Cutting in from the left-hand side, he's beat his man on the outside this time. Will work to get the ball onto his right foot, his favoured foot. Does, and gets the cross away into a dangerous area, but cleared away from the Angels left back, I think it was. And now there's another chance for Angels to counter. The ball through the middle. He's picked it up, he's done well. Can he find the run of his player? He's laid it off. There's a neat little ball over the top, but the defender's read that well, and there's plenty of pace on that defender, who's got a lovely little shove in the back and a little cartwheel. The referee's wave play on, and that is 4-0. Oh, the ref's a little far away from play, perhaps, if we're going to be critical, but not too many complaints from the man with the orange boots, who's just been sent. In fact, he's still over there near the advertising hoarding. He's still on his knees after being sent flying head over heels. Is he still down? Does the referee even know that there's still a player out off the pitch? Are his teammates bothered? 1, 2, let me just count the men on the pitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What's going on? He's injured. Well, that is a shame, to be fair. He chased the ball, got in front of his man, looked favoured to get the ball, or at least see it out of play, was nudged in the back. We'll say he was nudged in the back. And unfortunately, he's have to go off injured. And there's going to be another substitution. At the moment, there's no linesman here for Priory Celtic. Number 2 is going to come back on by the looks of it. And we are going to need a linesman on this side. At the moment, we've got a flag on the floor. And one of the Angels lads, it looks like, is going to help out and take the flag. Still no one gone to check on fluorescent boots of Priory Celtic. And he's just left hobbling on the far side. Climbed over the advertising hoarding now, and he looks as though he's making his way over very, very gingerly. What have we got then? We've got Angels at the back, playing the ball around the centre backs. It's gone back to Peruzzi. Into the centre half. I love the way they just draw the man in and then pop the ball off. They are excellent now. Both sides, to be fair, have been good at playing the short ball. It's just been those little lump balls in that I haven't been a big fan of. Although this one seems to have worked out quite nicely, and the ball's popped back in, the linesman's flag's gone up. I like that. He's showing good sportsmanship there, the lino, flagging his own man off. The referee's allowed the throw in to be taken now, and the ball's popped into the midfield. There goes for the knee turn. He's quite lucky to get away with that, and the Angels player just looks at him and goes, "You are kidding me. You did not mean that." That ball is a waste of one, and Peruzzi picks it up. Probably he's going to look to play this long, keep it away from the centre half. What a drive that is into her feet. What a distribution that was. Just left foot drill into the corner. We're back on, we're back live. We just had the headphones ran out of battery just there. I thought they might score, which would have been a shame. Well, it wouldn't have been a shame. It would have been a shame if we didn't catch it on the commentary. Well read by Robbo, picks it up nice and calm. We saw an interview with him, of him at half time with CJ, I believe. We'll have to watch that back later. Played back to Peruzzi. He opts to go long this time. A rarity that he's gone long actually. He's often looked to play it to his centre backs or his wide players. But the ball's turned over and neat little back heel to keep the ball in there. And, lovely little ball down the line. Linesman flag stays down and he's in the channels. Can he get on the end of it? Slide tackle keeps it in. One man ghosting into the area. Left foot cross. Oh, he's missed the ball, there's a chance now, shoot! Oh, he's done the keeper, he's sat him on his arse, and he's hit the back of the net to make it. Angels 4, Priory Celtic 0, 5-0. 5-0, that's the beer. That's the pint of Carling that I bought about an hour ago that I'm still only halfway through. Struggling to get it down because it's cold, to be fair, but that was a little bit of a calamity, that goal, wasn't it? Defender went for the header, it managed to come right through to the striker. The keeper came out and just was a bystander as he was lying down. And we're just going to pass the commentary over now to Jack Joseph, who's finished his 5th pint of that now.
So Priory Celtic here trying to avoid a humiliation as they have kicked off for the 6th time in this game now. And the Angels looking to pile on the pressure, playing the ball in the midfield. And it's a little Rabona style pass from the man who scored a brace of goals, JayLEE. So the play out to the left hand side on the far side from where we are in the commentary box here. Nudged into the box, it's at the feet of the striker, and on the edge of the box, Angels man, he's lost the ball, and it's broke out on the left hand side for the Priory Celtic, number 11, and the ball, it's a nasty looking challenge that's come into the midfield there. The number 16 for Priory Celtic has pushed the ball into the midfield, and the referee's blown for a free kick. Just a few loose challenges now that are starting to come in as there's some tired legs and the temperatures are plummeting. Both sets of players have given it their all in this charity affair. The backdrop of the Radford housing estate providing some beautiful aesthetics as the ball's pumped into the box. And it's gone out for a goal kick. So the Angels down the right hand side here. Ball's tapped through to the number 8. It's a nice little Cruyff turn on it, and he's cut inside the fullback. Still got the ball. Lovely little bit of control, but the ball's been given away by the number 22. Starting to get a little bit untidy, a bit scrappy. Linesman's doing his best to keep up with play here. And the lino spotted it. He's right up with play. He's arguably the best player on the pitch. And they've taken the free kick quickly. The Celtics, and it's into the box. Will they get their consolation? It's a wonderful save by the feet of the keeper. Has come out to the Angels player who's run the ball to the right hand side now, looking to go on the counter attack. It's picked up by the number 10. And the Angels man who's bagged a couple, JayLEE, now just strolling with the ball at his feet. And the pitch is playing wildly here, bobbling around. It's certainly not Wembley where we are. It's certainly not a carpet. You have to say that. So the Celtics are on the attack, and there's an intervention by the Angels centre half. He's just absolutely dealt with that, and he's strolled out with the ball now to the halfway line after winning the ball in his own box. toying with the opposition now. So the Angels keeping possession out on the left hand side. He's played the ball through and he's got one-on-one now. The Angels, he's done a little Cruyff turn in the box, he's chopped it back, he's struck with his left foot and the keeper saved it. It's been lashed out for a corner kick. So the Wollaton Angels here looking the more likely team to pile on the misery, really. There's a score 5-0. It's threatening to become a score that's more representative of a set of tennis. Now on the edge of the box, the Angels, the ball's whipped in high to the back stick. It's been headed back, it's been chested down. Anderson, fantastic save by the keeper as he's nudged it out for a corner. It almost looked as though it came off his belly. It's gone into the housing estate behind, and one of the Angels players has had to jump over the hoarding to retrieve the ball so he can take the corner down on this right hand side. Angels keeper in pink now has come out for a stroll to the halfway line to have a word with his centre half. The ball's waiting to be clipped into the box from the right hand side. Virtually everyone back for the Celtics. The ball's come in, it's gone over the head of two players and its ball has just trundled into the net. It's a bit of an embarrassing goal to concede, in fairness. He scuffed it. I think the fact that the ball travelled so slowly perhaps caught everybody out. The keeper went down, perhaps expecting there to be more purchase on the shot, but as it rolled along the turf at the pace of a snail, it's deceived everybody and made it 6-0 to the Angels. So the referee blows his whistle for the restart and the Celtics have knocked the ball out to the left hand side, trying to get some consolation from this game. Can they find themselves a goal just to satisfy their manager? And unfortunately the number 11's shinned the ball out for a throw-in and the Angels have tried to take advantage of it, but the ball's been turned over and the number 13 plays it to the man mounting, the 15 at the back. Played across the back line and the Celtics go looking for some kind of foothold in this game, but it looks like it really is going to end with nothing other than a humiliation, unfortunately. How long have we got left? Do we know? Oh, and the referee's blown the whistle. Perhaps he's taken pity on the losers here and decided to call it quits. Players shake hands. It's been a well contested affair. It's a freezing cold night. And every credit to the fans who've made their way to contribute to what's been a great spectacle. 6 goals. It's been a goal fest.
Arsenal 6-1, yeah?
That's what all I say.
Was it one?
Bruno Fernandes.
Oh, Bruno! Bruno Fernandes.
You tell me when you're pushing the button.
Yeah, really, I don't know what more.
Oh, there we go.
You do the questions.
How you doing? So, spectacular win there. 6-0 to the Angels. How did you find the game, boss?
I think 6 in the end probably flattered us. Total respect for Priory Celtic. They really came at us first half. It was a tight affair, wasn't it?
Yeah, played some really good football.
What was it? I think it was 1-0.
It was 1-0 at half time, and then I think it was a bit of fitness. I think probably done it a bit.
Oh, definitely. Some of our lads are still playing at a good level, to be fair. I mean, 5 goals second half, proofs in the pudding in that. Really pleased with the results.
Yeah.
More so pleased when we're going to count the money.
I was just about to say, do you know roughly where the pot's at, so we can tell the fans?
Well, we've got somewhere in the region of about 350 we've raised ourselves, so we've got to get in what Priory have raised, and in addition to that we have a donation from a fella painter and decorator over there who's going to pay 150.
Oh wow, that is amazing. That is an amazing gesture.
Absolutely, so really pleased about that. The money is going to the Child Bereavement Centre, and these guys do great work, basically counselling children who have lost the parents, either a mother or father, or in a worst case scenario, both. Counselling sessions don't come cheap, as you can appreciate there. It's a specialist service. So we're aiming, I think they're about £25 an hour or something like that, but don't quote me on that, but we're aiming to do at least 30 sessions for the children. So
okay, is there anywhere that where people can donate, or they can link to the is there any kind of way that they can get in contact with you, or
right, so they can contact me on Facebook. So our Facebook page is actually called Roberto AC. Contact us on there. We get a lot of messages on there. We're developing a website where we'll be doing PayPal and things like that. Alternatively, when you see the games advertised, why don't you pop down, support us, and throw some money in the bucket.
Well, congratulations and well done, and it's an absolute amazing job that you're doing. Well done, Gaffer. Nice one, mate.
Thank you.
Well
and
done.
When are you back?
I'll be back soon, Gaffer. I'll be back soon. In the new year, I'll be back in the new year.
Back, you know?
Hey, nice one, Gaffer. Well done. So we're here with the Priory Celtic striker that caused AC Wollaton a couple of problems in the first half. How did you find the game?
It was good. It was good. First half, I mean, it was 1-0 at half time, which was good. But I think after that, I was probably tired legs kicked in once that second goal went in. But fair play to the Angels. They're a good side, very good side, very organised, and very, very good side. I was impressed with them. Very impressed.
Well, I've got to say, we was impressed with how your team played as well.
Yeah, to be honest with you, we've a couple of new lads tonight, a couple of lads missing, but we did well considering we usually playing 80 minutes because we're veterans now.
Yeah.
But playing for 90 minutes and legs started to feel it towards the end. But I was proud of them, very proud of them and that. But at the end of the day, it's all for a good cause, and I mean, we raised some good money for them and that. And like I say, I was well impressed to be a part of it today. Very impressed. I was
literally going to ask that. That was going to be my next question. Was how did you find out about the charity and stuff like that, or was it something you'd done before?
Our gaffer, Archer, he was contacted about the charity and that, and when he found out the reasons and what it was going towards and that, we was like, yeah, we'll jump straight into it. We'll be part of it and that, and we managed to get a good numbers for tonight, and I'm very, very honoured to be part of it tonight. Very honoured.
Well, you was our man of the match for your team, so well done tonight, and it's a very, very good thing that you have done. Well done, thank you. Well done.
It becomes less of a consideration about, you know, no one really in a losing.
What's that, lad?
But I think that
How's it landed? How's it landed? Get Jack's here in the rooster.
It was good. First half, I mean, it was 1-0 at half time, which was good. I think